Hello everyone, welcome to my documentary on running for sheriff. So I guess I should start out with the reason why I'm doing this. Years ago, I had a little boy. He passed away. He was born premature, and I was able to hold him in my arms and I promised him that I'd do all I can to try and fix the world for his brother and to try and make this place a little better for future generations. It just seems like it's in a pretty bad spot right now, and it's just getting worse and worse and worse. So what I did is I wrote a book, and in that book I just looked for solutions, and I looked for the most common sense, logical solutions, whether it was feasible immediately or not. Some of these solutions may be hard, but in the long run they'll play out and be the direction we really need to head, I feel. If anybody out there wants to contribute ideas, I'd muchly appreciate it. And I'm ultimately trying to just get everybody to sit down and talk with our enemy and the person aside the aisle from us and try and create peace in this world. That's ultimately what I'm doing, is just trying to create peace and freedom. Originally the book was called A Handbook to Peace and Freedom, and now it's just a handbook to freedom. I've narrowed it down a little bit, and I'm just doing what I can with what I got, which isn't much. But I'm like I said, I'm just trying to help the world. So within all of this, my main theory is to try and give the local community the absolute most power. And in order to do that, you got to have a sheriff who will stand up for the local community and bypass the federal government. The federal government is, I feel, run by money and no longer we the people. And it directly conflicts with what the sheriffs swear to uphold. They put their right hand up, swear to uphold the Constitution. So when you got lawmakers that create laws that overthrow or abolish the Constitution, then that puts them in an individual dilemma to where they have to decide, am I going to follow the Constitution or am I going to follow these orders? Legally, they have to follow orders. And that's where I come in, is because I don't abide by the system. I'm not part of it in any way, shape, or form. So what my idea is that you have to have a sheriff that will stand up for the people, like I said. And so I'm trying to lead by example, and I can never win, but I hope these ideas go and somebody that can win takes these ideas and runs with them. And that's all I'm really trying to achieve, is to spread these ideas all around the world. It has nothing to do with me. I don't want to win. I don't want to do any of this. I'm just trying to do what I feel is best in the world, and creating peace and freedom I don't think is ever a bad thing. So, like I said, I'm trying to get everybody from opposite sides to sit down and peacefully discuss solutions. My number is 573-286-8316 if anybody wants to work for solutions. I've also opened it up to all the other sheriffs, but I'm going to keep a documentary of everything. This is going to be my first part. I want to divide it in parts at first, and then at the end I'll just combine it all together and kind of do a movie. I might do the same with my inventions and my comedy show. I'm releasing a comedy show and an invention once a week too, so at the end I'll just kind of compress it all. I'm going to do this for a year. Even after I'm done running for sheriff or whatever, I'm still going to be making these videos. But it all kind of goes hand in hand, and it's just one thing goes off the other. So I can't legally win. I've never had a sheriff's or a police officer's license, and I stand by what I believe in, and I believe that taxation's theft, and I don't pay my taxes. I was stupid. I made mistakes when I was younger, and you can go check out my tax story and all that on previous videos, but I basically signed an agreement with the government. I won't make more than $35,000 a year, so I live my life like a minimalist, and I don't file taxes. I won't do it. I don't abide by their system because I feel that the people in charge are committing crimes, and I will not be an accessory to these crimes morally in any way, shape, or form. And that's just my hardcore beliefs and what I believe in, and I will go to court and I will fight for my beliefs and what I believe in any way, shape, or form. So I've drawn a line in the sand and say I will not support them any longer, and I do what I can locally to help make my local community the best I can, and that's all I can do. I donate a lot of time and do what I can. I'm not trying to brag or anything. I'm just trying to say that's like my way to try and help pull my weight. And we all got to do something to try and help the world, and it kind of seems like that's what I'm consumed with. Anyways, so I want to just start the process of how everything goes. I might show pictures and screenshots of everything I got going on. In order to run for sheriff, you have to pay $100 and be filed in this 1 month time frame. I forget what the month time frame is. I'll clip it out, I'll show screenshots or something. But you got to be filed in this 1 month window, and you got to pay $100. And at that point, anybody can run. From there, what happens is the county takes that resume or whatever and gives it to the ethics commission in the state of Missouri or whatever state you're in, and they look it over. And for sheriff, the only thing is that you got to have a police officer's license and you have to have taxes up to date, which once again, I won't pay taxes. Technically, I'm pretty much in the poverty category, so I don't think I even have to pay taxes. So it's just like a pointless fight for the IRS if they even do come after me. But I stay that way. I can make good money, but I don't do it. I make good money here and there, which enables me to take my time and do something else with. So it's just weird the way I do things. I'm not like a normal person, but I do have the ability to do just about anything in this world. I've done a lot of different things. But anyways, I'm going to get away from that. My tax situation is my major thing that holds me back. But if you file taxes and have an up-to-date tax return and you have a police officer's license, then anybody can become sheriff. To get a police officer's license, I've heard you could do it in as little as like a month or two, so it would be possible to even file and then before the actual election or whatever, have your police officer's license. There's a gray area there, but yeah, and for all the other positions in the county, you pretty much don't have to have anything besides the tax return. You don't. I think everything always has to go to the Ethics Commission, and they have to approve it, which they did not approve me, because when it went to the Ethics Commission, they denied me because I didn't have a officer's whatever, and I didn't have my taxes up to date. So I'll include the screenshot of that picture as well. And yeah, like I said, from there I've moved into my RV, and I just kind of have a minimalistic lifestyle. I have basically everything in my life, from my business to my home to my retirement to my kids' college fund, everything. All I have is $15,000 worth of stuff, but I make the most of it. And yeah, so I live in my RV and I travel around and I go where ever I want to, and it's just the ultimate freedom. Like I said, I'm really into freedom, and it's just, I don't need much. I live a minimalistic lifestyle, and it's really kind of nice because I can go anywhere I want anytime. And my kids are pretty getting older now. My youngest is 15 and kind of does his own thing. I get to travel a lot, and I get him in the summers a lot more, so we get to go and we can travel and go see cool stuff and go all the places that you want to go. We can go camp out down by the river and ride four-wheelers and go off-roading, or we can go to a racetrack and camp there, or we can just go anywhere and camp and move. And it's really kind of fun for just me and my youngest at the time. So that's just kind of how I live my lifestyle. But since I live my lifestyle as such, the county has now, I guess, got word that I live like this, so it becomes in a very gray area, because they've sent me a letter and said I have to have a address to live by. And I don't have an address because I'm kind of like a nomad or whatever, I have a home and I have a business and I have a truck, but I can go wherever I lay my head. And I think I should still have the right to vote, and I should still be able to have this right. So once again, I kind of live my life in a gray area, but I'm just being honest with everybody and what I got going on and the situation I'm in. So I'll post a link where Todd Rowland or whatever sent me a letter saying that I got to file and be certified to have a certain spot to vote and stuff. So there's just a lot of layers to this. Technically, I'm running for sheriff, can't win, and probably can't even vote in my own county legally. So that's just everything that's going on. I'm super honest, and I tell everybody, I try to be honest with everything and just lay it all out for everyone, and that's where I'm at. From there, the news stations did pick it up. I was on they talked about me running and stuff and said I wasn't legally qualified. So, at least they acknowledged me. That was nice. The local radio station, 107.9 The Coyote, they let me on and did an interview with me. And I really appreciate them to an extent, because I don't know if you've ever seen the Hot Ones or whatever, but they did a hot wing challenge to where they asked me intense, questions while I had to eat hot wings and try and answer them, which was brutal because I hate hot stuff. I'll post a link to that video, but I thought I almost died. No, I'm kidding, but it was terrible. It was not very much fun, but the wings were good for being so spicy and making me regret all my previous life decisions, but they were good besides that. But yeah, no, I appreciate them for doing that. And then there was a meet and greet for the sheriffs, the board of realtors put on. And then there has been a couple sheriff's debates. I actually missed one because I didn't know about it. It was down HH. And then there was another one put on by the Republicans Club. Since I technically can't win, they voted to not have me be a part of it, but I did record my responses to the debate, and I will be posting them as well. And I'm just going to do all this in a series and just have different episodes. Like I said, at the end, I'll put it all together. So, yeah, I'm just kind of trying to keep track of everything, keep it all out in the open, keep it all public, and hopefully that the public will see what's going on and care a little bit more. And I think everybody's always so focused on the big, large stuff that they forget about the small stuff, and the big stuff don't matter. We don't have no control over that. It's all a magic show to keep us all under the illusion, and all they do is divide and conquer us and create division and problems in this world. And instead of doing that, I think we should try and strive for peace and just sit down and not be so divided and try and work together for our communities here locally. And if you look around locally, we all kind of believe the same thing. We're not that far off. And if we try to work together and stop being so divided, I think we could really fix a lot of things. And that's just fundamentally where I'm at. I'm just trying to create peace in this world and step away from the federal government and all their propaganda and all their problems that they're causing and creating. And it's just all based on money. And I'm trying to basically take the money out of it and put it in the people's hands and keep it all local. And that's just where I'm at with everything. So like I said, this is going to be a documentary of me doing all this and going through the process. And yeah, I want to just post different videos. And like I said, I plan to post a video for every day. I've got behind a couple days, so I'm going to be posting a lot right here in a row. Sometimes I have to do that. I'm still trying to survive, and I got time with family, and it's hard to do all this. And it's just everything. It's a lot, but I'm doing all I can, and I appreciate you all for keeping up. So, like I said, stay posted. If anybody out there can subscribe, I'd really appreciate it. The more subscribers I have, the better it is for YouTube, and I can do more. I can't even do a YouTube live yet. Once I get 50 subscribers, I'll get there, so that'll be great. I'm sure I'll get there eventually. I'm halfway there. Bon Jovi, living on prayer. Yeah, but I got 27, so hopefully in a couple years or something, this will look back and it'll be like, yeah, I remember when I had not that many, but we'll see how it all goes. But like I said, I appreciate you all for keeping up, and just please give a like and subscribe, and just follow me along with what happens. Thank you all. I appreciate everybody keeping up. Thank you guys.